Hey guys, so I know most of my videos have been pretty motivational, but I'm getting ready for a concert tonight, so I figured while I do my hair that I will talk to you guys. So, you know what? First, I know that if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been going through a lot. You don't know exactly what, and in reality, you don't need to know exactly what to know that it is gonna be okay. Like, even if you are going through something, it is going to be okay. Like, you can only do what you can do. Once it's like out of your hands, once somebody's behaving in a certain way or things are becoming to get out of your control, you know, there's only so much that you can do, and you just gotta pray. You know, pray, connect to the divine, because honestly, there's only so much that you could do. Honestly, you can, and it's hard because sometimes you say like, oh, I can only, do, or what am I trying to say? Like, you can only react, right? You can only control your reaction. That's what I'm trying to say. You can only control your reaction to what happens, right? And that could be constructive. That can be, defending your position or putting somebody in their place or letting them know, like, listen, I'm not going to tolerate that. But again, speaking in a truthful manner, in a calm manner, respectful manner, and honest, like, it is what it is. I'm going to tell you how I feel, even if you don't necessarily like what I'm saying, but I'm telling it to you in such a calm way, in a respectful way, that the only thing that you could do, hopefully, is react in a civilized manner. But the problem is, and what I'm seeing is that when you are stressed and when you're emotional, you tend to react in ways maybe that you wouldn't normally. So it's imperative, like, when that you're stressed out, honestly, and this happened to me recently, I was so stressed out. I was acting in irrational ways. I was still being myself. And everything that I said to the people around me or, people I was in contact with, like, it was honest. But maybe it shouldn't have been said, Maybe it was too honest for the moment. Maybe it wasn't the right time to be so honest. But when you're so stressed like that, you just want to, like, feel something different. You just want to, be you and be in control of something, essentially, right? Because you feel like this is very stressful. I don't know how to do anything about this. I'm trying to do everything in my power, but somehow everything in my power is still not enough, and I feel very out of control. I'm doing everything that I can. I talk to you guys so much about my formula. I try to stay on my formula. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, my formula is pretty much staying consistent with a routine that makes me happy. And what's my routine? It's getting up, working out, meditating, listening to something related to personal development, something that I can take into my day, or the goal is to learn something new every day, right? And that sets me up. I go to work, and if you're my coworker and you're watching this, I go to work and I'm pumped. And I feel like when I go to work and I'm pumped, like, I also make the difference because I allow, I bring in the vibe. Vibe is everything. Energy is everything. I tell you guys all the time, we are energy, right? So I make sure that my energy is right. So that way, not that I necessarily do it for other people, trust and believe that I don't. I do it for myself. But I'm learning now that, when you are in your high frequency, when you are, in your when you're vibrating high like that and you set yourself up for that way, most of us, listen, I used to be like this. Most of us will go into work and we're like half dead, half asleep. We ain't trying to talk to nobody. We're like, oh, give me a few minutes to wake up, I haven't had my coffee. But it's like, guys, that sets the tone for the day. And a lot of times, like, people come in, ooh, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And it's like, it shouldn't have to be like that, because nobody is the cause for you waking up on the wrong side of the bed. Nobody's the cause for you going to bed late. Nobody's the cause for anything that you go bringing into work, right? So I honestly take pride that I'm able to show up as my truest self, and I'm able to, like, you know, set a tone. Like, like I said, it's not really necessarily my intention, because my intention is to set up my tone for the day, and essentially energy is transferable. So I come in high energy, and everybody else, you know, it's like, yo, shit, like, you know, it's high energy, and we good. We have a great work day. But essentially, you know, I stay in my formula, and you know, sometimes it's still not enough, and I pray and I do all these things, and it's still not enough. But I realize it's part of the process. You know, anything that's painful is just part of the process. Like, you can't run away from the pain. And I think essentially, you know, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to run away from the pain. I was trying not to really deal with it. You know, I'm a very strong person. Oh, Jesus, I'm a very strong person, and I know that. You know, I know that, and I said, look, I'm a rock in my power. I'm a strong this shit out. But there's only, you know, I am human. You are human. We are human. And we gotta feel. You know, we gotta feel in these moments. It's not to run away. And it took a certain situation for me to realize that. It's like, oh shit, I can't. I feel like most of us, we try to look for ways to keep ourselves distracted. And oh my God, social media is one of them. Even though I've been working really hard, like, on my social media, my content and stuff like that, but essentially I was doing also more scrolling than I was, you know, for the purpose, which is building content. Even though, like, I think I mentioned this, I don't know where I mentioned this, but I feel like I've said this before. Even though, like, you know, I've cleaned up my social media in a way that I'm watching things that I can learn from, that I can be motivated from, that, you know, I'm not necessarily watching anything negative per se, but regardless, it's still a distraction. You know, I'm so engulfed in whatever I'm watching that I don't got time to sit there and feel. I don't got time to sit there and feel. And I was loving that shit, you know, I was loving it. But at the end of the day, it's not conducive to healing. You're not letting yourself feel. You're not problem solving, because you're just ignoring, you know. And there's only so much of that you can do. You can only ignore but so much. So now it's like, okay, I'm gonna just feel then. You know, I'm gonna take this time to just be me, you know. Essentially partnerships with other people, whether it be a friendship with someone or a relationship with someone, they're hard, you know. They are hard. And I feel like even the healthiest relationship, or what you think is healthy, it's confusing. Because if you feel like, listen, I am now a firm believer that you really have to be an individual before you go into any relationship. You have to be an individual. And even if you were an individual coming in, you have to fight for your individuality, because you become consumed in the partnership. Like, it's just you and this person. You and this person do everything together. Y'all vibe. Y'all love being around each other. And it could be years and years and years of you guys vibing, but eventually, right, you don't really have, I mean, maybe you do have friends. Maybe you did keep your friends, but you stopped doing things that made you happy, because now you replaced it with things that you both enjoy. And hey, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But it's gonna come a time and a place that it's like, oh wait, like, who am I? Like, if this person were to leave tomorrow, or if something were to happen to this person, like, am I me? Am I me? Am I still me? Do I still have my friends? You know, and a lot of us may say, like, oh, I don't care about friends and stuff like that, and that's fine, you know. But essentially, we are a community. We are a community, and you have to make sure that you keep your individuality. Like, what are the things that you used to do that you loved? Was that turning on a candle? Was that taking a bath at night in the water, soaking? And now you and this person developed a routine where it doesn't allow for that alone time anymore. Like, did you like putting on your headphones and listening to a podcast while you cook dinner? You know, I'm just giving you guys examples of little things that now, oh well, you know, we only have 3-4 hours during the day for us to hang out. So now the time that I used to use for podcasting and listening to stuff, I replace it now with hanging out with this person. And then it's like, wow, all I do is go to work, come home. If you're a mother like I am, you know, you make sure that you devote some time to your kids. And then it's like, you don't really have time for yourself. Which is why, I feel like I'm pouring my heart out here. But anyway, which is why I was so heavy with keeping my routine. Because it's like, oh my God, it's the only thing I have to myself. It's the only thing I have to myself. And that's important. It's important to find that. Especially as mothers. I feel like guys kind of sort of get to keep their individuality a little bit, but if you're a mother, not necessarily. And it's hard, and even to realize that, because you could be in the same situation for so many years and you're cool with it. You're like, oh, like I told you, like, I'm having so much fun, like I don't need anything else. But that's gonna catch up. It's gonna catch up. You need individuality, you know. Then again, you need to fight for that. Listen, you can't be afraid to lose people. You know, if people want to be lost, they will be lost. And you have to be okay with being by yourself. And again, that goes with keeping your individuality. Because if you keep your individuality, you'll be able to see things a little clearer. Like, okay, whatever situation we're going through, it is affecting me, but it's not something that's gonna stop me from doing what I gotta do. So, all right, we'll connect again another time, or whenever you're good and I'm good, we'll talk and we'll chat. You know. Let's get it warm. Wow, I'm learning so much in this new chapter of my life. You know, I'm learning this whole side of me. I love myself, and you should too. If you don't wholeheartedly feel like, wow, I love myself. You know, I love myself. I love the way I look. I love the way, well, I may not love exactly 100% how my body looks, but I'm doing something about it. And I know that, you know, with time, consistency, dedication, and just patience, I will reach the body goals that I'm looking for. It's just a whole new level of like self-love, I feel like. You know, you have to be proud of who you are, everything you've done. Society does a very good job at messing with us. So we have to make sure that we're grounding ourselves and making sure that we're not siding with society, you know. So that's where I'm at, and I just want to encourage you, do the things that make yourself feel loved. Do the things that make you feel good. Especially mothers, you know, our kids will grow. It's hard when they're babies, but our kids will grow, you know. Grandparents will start picking them up a little bit more because they're more manageable now because they're older. And it's like, you're left with, well, who am I? You know, who am I? What do I like? Let me drink some tea, you know. I love you guys. I love you guys for sticking with me. If you watched this far, I mean, it's not that long of a video, but I'm gonna have so much fun tonight. I'm gonna watch my girl Karol G. That is my girl. Like, I don't know exactly what happened with her and when I was their #1 fan, trust and believe, but whatever happened, she stood firm and she's like, nah, I am important. I love myself and I'm good. I'm good. So I love y'all. Thank you for watching, and please, like, subscribe, and share. I know that whatever I say, something's gonna stick with somebody. Something's gonna help somebody, because I'm essentially speaking to myself. And if it's helping me, I know it's gonna help somebody else. You know. If you're a guy, share with your girl, with a friend. If you're a girl, share with your friend or share with yourself. You know, like, I know I am not the only person going through this. And I know that what I'm telling you, which is essentially what I'm watching myself, I'm mirroring myself as I'm recording this. So what I'm telling you is going to help somebody. If it's helping you, it's going to help somebody. So don't keep this to yourself. Share with somebody. It may give somebody a reason to do something different. I love y'all.